proclamation of the Pierce County Council and Executive proclaiming Monday, May 25th as Memorial Day, honoring our heroes in Pierce County, Washington. Whereas President Dwight D. Eisenhower signed the Prayer for Peace Memorial Day Proclamation in 1955, proclaiming that Memorial Day each year serves as a solemn reminder of the scourge of war and its bitter aftermath of sorrow, with the observance devoted to paying homage to loved ones who lie in hallowed graves throughout the land, having sacrificed their lives that war might end. And whereas Memorial Day, originally known as Decoration Day, was formally proclaimed on May 5, 1868 by General John A. Logan, Commander-in-Chief of the Grand Army of the Republic, who designated May 30th for the strewing of flowers on the graves of those who died in defense of their country, a tradition that began even earlier among communities of formerly enslaved people in Charleston, South Carolina, who in 1865 gathered to honor Union soldiers buried there, and among women across the South who decorated the graves of their dead before any national observance existed. And whereas in 1971, the United States Congress declared that the last Monday of every May be established as a federal holiday so the nation can honor, mourn, and remember the people who have given their last full measure of devotion and made the ultimate sacrifice while serving in the United States Armed Forces. And whereas Memorial Day is a solemn occasion observed across the United States to honor the men and women of the armed forces who gave their lives in service to our nation. And each year at 3 o'clock on Memorial Day, a national moment of remembrance calls all Americans to pause in silence to honor the fallen. And the Pierce County Council and Executive encourages every resident to observe this moment. And whereas Pierce County has a founding relationship with the military that predates the United States' involvement in either World War, when in 1917, Pierce County voters approved a bond measure by an 8-to-1 margin, raising $2 million to purchase 70,000 acres and donate it to the federal government, establishing what became Fort Lewis and ultimately Joint Base Lewis-McChord. And whereas today, Joint Base Lewis-McChord is home to more than 40,000 service members and civilian workers, and an anchor to the South Sound military community of more than 122,000 veterans, 25,000 military retirees, and hundreds of thousands of family members who take part in the civic, cultural, and economic fabric of Pierce County life. And whereas among those we honor on Memorial Day are the Gold Star families of Pierce County, the parents, spouses, children, and siblings who did not merely loan their loved ones to this nation, but gave them permanently, and who carry that loss forward in quiet dignity every day. And whereas Memorial Day is an opportunity to renew our collective commitment to care for the families left behind and to honor their memory through service, community, and a commitment to seek peace where we can, fight when we must, and uphold the highest ideals of our democratic republic. Now, therefore, be it proclaimed on this 19th day of May 2026 by the Pierce County Council and Executive that Monday, May 25th, 2026 is hereby designated Memorial Day honoring our heroes in Pierce County, Washington. And we encourage all community members to pause at 3 p.m. for the national moment of remembrance to take part in this day of reflection and gratitude for our fallen service members, keeping our commitment to never forget the true costs of war.
Thank you for reading that into the record. It is always, our history is so entwined with the military. We would love to hear from you. And then I did notice that Representative Levitt has joined us as well, but we will start with you, Jane, to hear a little bit about the Gold Star families.
Well, Gold Star Families of Washington, we formed in 2023 to serve all family members, all types of death, all conflicts. And we thank you very much for recognizing our family members, our heroes, and we appreciate your proclamation.
Thank you so much for being here. Representative Levitt, one of the reasons you're highlighted along with Representative Richardson is the work that you did so tirelessly on House Bill 2514, which is establishing our Global War on Terror Memorial down in Olympia. Would you like to speak to the council and the public just a little bit?
And I come from just having spent the day at McCord, and I'm on a flight, and also spending time with the second wing and the work that they do of America's sons and daughters and the service that they've provided. So it's fitting to be running from there to here. I'm grateful for the opportunity to talk about the importance of Memorial Day as well, and certainly the war a memorial that we're trying to advance at the Capitol. If you've ever been to the Capitol campus, and for those who haven't had the opportunity, I would invite you to visit, not only because the Rotunda is a beautiful place to be and magical, but also because of the many memorials that we have on campus, from the Vietnam War Memorial to the Korean War Memorial. And so it's an opportunity to really understand the history of Washington State and the love and respect that we have for our military each and every day. And so honored to be here and honored to be a part of this memorial and certainly support the bill advancing and moving forward. Thank you, Madam Council Chair.
Thank you for being here and your partnership